I like those cookies. I'm gonna get more.
Those are very good. Was that like a family name? Ryan. I thought it was Ryan. I was like, oh. Look at us all going to the same place. Yay. Parade. That's really what it is. Yeah. Wow. See, that's not as common. Thank you.
And the people living in the world,
I didn't realize we were going somewhere. Maybe we have some food.
Do you want to pull up chairs here? Or...
Did you do two?
Yes, I did that.
You did that?
Yep, you sure did.
She lives in the houseplex.
I just like keep searching.
14 and 18.
I mean, how are you supposed to know? I know. It's
That was their fucking.
아, 소스 받아와야겠다. 응. 어, 3시 7분에. 나만 이렇게 빨가네. 좀 부끄러운데?
Don't my face. I do makeup.
오케이.
right foot down, left foot down, y'all. Chop, chop, real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back down, y'all.
to believe all the lies, cause my teachers and the media are ghouls in disguise, abusing their authority to proselytize, but nothing they report to me could change my mind. I need a vacation from the way things have been, because I'm growing impatient, yet it's spoiling my skin. Not enough manipulation, can you just let me live my life?
I have a jump that I can do right there if.
Yeah, do it because that 30 is right there. Yeah, go ahead.
And then.
That's not bad. To see the time.
Oh god, they're good. That's going. Wow, so sweet. It's all our fault. Sorry. What's this?
My name's Chelsea.
(500ml짜리) 40개니까 20kg?
Rose, and I was like, oh, I can't have Rose. And then she like looked at the ingredients of the other one I was gonna get, and it also had Rose. So can't have any of it. But I still got some.
What happened? Another one of those types of fish.
I was gonna get my hair cut.
Right now.
Is it also vinegar?
It's buffalo. Buffalo.
Yeah, I've never, no. I know what buffalo is.
Well,
So
that's
good.
what buffalo is.
Oh, I can see it. Oh, that's good. Does anyone have something close here? A little bit close, but
Well, there's also this one too. So, yeah. Oh. Well, we can close it when we come back.
I can't close it.